of motions, okay? Alrighty, so, alright, you definitely need to be aware and observant of how they're moving, okay? Because if you're if you're asking them to flex their cervical spine, what may they do to help it along too? Trunk, okay? Alright, you don't want them to actively flex their trunk. So you want to make sure they're, sitting perfectly still. Alrighty? You can have them lean back. Just make sure they're not slouching, because then that limits the motion. Okay? So it's a compromise. Right? So it's very important at this point to really do the rule of three. Okay? It's always important to do the rule of three, but this here, you want to see what they're doing and not doing. Alrighty? So can you, okay, bring your chin towards your chest with me, Anne-Marie. Go slowly so you can sort of see. Right? As far as you can go. Right? Try not to round your shoulders too much. And then bring it back. Okay? So you can see everything. As soon as you start seeing them round their shoulders a little bit, you know they're at their end range. Now the thoracic spine's getting into it, the upper thoracic. And you tilt your head back, like bring your little bun towards the middle of your back. Same thing, you're going to watch out to make sure they're not hyperextending your upper thoracic spine to help it along. Okay, bring it back. Right? Be careful when you do hyperextension, because you don't want to sort of like, close off their vertebral arteries or anything like that. So don't keep them there that long. Okay? Alrighty. So you got an idea of what the motion's like. Alrighty? What I'm going to be using, alrighty, for all you people that love putting the goniometer on them, you can't do that anymore. You have to be really close to at least 6 inches away from the goniometer, right? Because, we got the shoulder in the way, right? So what I'm going to do, you have your landmarks there. You want them in a sitting position. I like chair, more for the fact I'm petite, okay? You can sit them on the mat. Usually I like the edge of the mat, like close to one corner of the mat, alrighty? Because then you're gonna need to be, eye level with everything, so that's why I like a chair, okay? But if you're comfortable sitting on the mat and you're tall and you can see everything, fine, no big deal, okay? Alright, so I'm gonna try to sit off to the side a little bit so you guys can see. Alright, so I'm gonna line up the fulcrum, okay? Right, is to the external meatus, the ear hole, okay? Alrighty, the ear hole, alrighty. You can use your stationary arm perpendicular to the floor, okay, or perpendicular to the ceiling, whatever works for you, kind of thing, alright? Okay. And then you're going to put the moving arm pretty much in line with the base of the nose, okay? The base of the nose, alrighty? Because pretty much the base of the nose is in line with your external auditory meatus. Right, okay, but don't stare. Don't stare. Alright, so, alright, try to relax. I know this is hard. Alright, what I'm going to do, I'm going to measure flexion and extension in one swoop, okay? Alrighty, so I'm going to line everything up, okay? Alrighty, now, you can sort of like use the tip of the nose as your landmark kind of thing. Alrighty, so I'm going to move it away a little bit. Alrighty, so on the count of 3, bring your chin towards your chest, okay? Alright, so on the count of 3, go. 1, 2, 3. Alrighty, and see, does the axis moves a little bit? Yeah, you got to follow it. You got to follow. Can you go as far as you can? Oop, try not to round your shoulders if you can. I know it's hard. Okay. Okay. Alrighty, bring it up. Alrighty. Come back to a resting position. Alright. Okay. Now, can you sort of just go? Wait for me. Alrighty, the other way. Alrighty, see what I just did? I just switched it. My imaginary black line is going that way. Alrighty, so on the count of 3, you're gonna do the same motion. 1, 2, 3. Okay, keep going. Alright. Is that it? Oh, try not to tilt your spine with your hand, okay? Okay. Okay, good. Alright, relax. Okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45 for extension, okay? Alrighty. 10, 20, 30, 40 for flexion.